or if this is the first time you have ever been here, welcome! Welcome! Okay. Today I'm going to be showing you how I achieve this soft kind of Valentine's Day glam. It's kind of smoky, kind of more on the warm tone than like a red lip or a classic winged liner, because I just wasn't feeling that for this Valentine's Day look. And besides, this is much easier to eat a whole pizza by yourself in, like, honestly. So I hope you guys enjoy. If you like this video, please like it down below and subscribe, and let's just get into the video. Okay, so I'm gonna get started on the eyes. I have mostly the rest of my makeup done. I'm gonna start out by priming my eyes with my favorite eye primer, my Urban Decay Primer Potion in Original, because why not? Just put that on the eyes real attractive like. And then gently disperse over the eyelid. Try not to stab yourself in the eye. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay, so before we get going on this eye look, I want to make sure that I prep my under eyes properly, because we're going to be using a lot of dark shadows today for the smoky eye. So I'm just going to grab a wedge out of my bag of wedges here that I picked up at Ulta. And I'm going to grab my Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Under Eye Magic Powder stuff. And I am going to create a barrier under my eyes, and I'm going to do this because I don't like using the tape method, because the tape is a little harsh on my eyes, like when they tape here and they get the perfect smoky eye, whatever. This kind of does the same thing. So you dip the edge of the wedge into the powder, and then we are going to create a sort of barrier with powder. Do you see that? So I'm gonna just pack it on pretty well. There, perfect. And then I'm gonna do that on the other eye as well. And what I do, I just angle up from the bottom of my lashes to the corner, the end of my eyebrow. I'm gonna bring you guys in just a little bit. Make sure they're like semi-even. You know, they don't have to be perfect, but we would like to be somewhat even. Just just to reinforce it down there. And then I'm going to take my beauty blender and take some more of that powder, and I'm just going to put it under just in case we get any fallout down here as well. This kind of catches it on the powder, and then it doesn't let it actually touch the foundation, so then you can just wipe it away, and it won't mess up your foundation. So, like so. Okay, so like I said, we did this because if the dark shadows fall onto the powder, they won't touch our actual foundation, and we can just wipe them away when we are done, and we don't have to worry about it. This is also going to kind of create a barrier between where we don't want the dark shadows to touch, so it will create more of a smoky eye instead of using tape, because the tape personally it makes my eyes water. It makes the eyeshadow burn a little bit, and I start crying, and it's like really emotional, you know, so I want to stay away from that and avoid that at all costs. So today for our smoky eye, I'm going to be dipping into some MakeupGeek shadows that I have right here. I'm going to be sticking to these darker browns. I don't know, I'm going to bounce around quite a bit, but I'm going to really focus with these two. This is also not a how do I say this? This is a palette I created. I bought these shadows individually, like they pop out. Here, I'll show you. Like this shadow pops out. It's just a magnet on the back, and then it clicks in right there. Yep, just like that. And then I bought this Z palette container off of Amazon. Sold separately. So this is great. I love it. If you don't want, I'm not a huge like palette person, just because sometimes there's like one or two shadows in the palette that I will never use, so that's just like pointless to me. So I'd rather buy them like this. So I love it when brands sell them separately, and then you can just pop them into your own. Enough talking, let's get to the eyeshadow part. Okay, I'm going to take this white color and this off-white color, and I'm just going to put it all over my lid to kind of set my primer and give a good base color for what we're going for today. So we're going to start with those colors, and we're just going to go in and set that primer base. Get it all over the lid. Just work it around. So next thing we're gonna do is I'm going to be taking a E25. There it goes. And then we're gonna take a little more neutral brown color into the crease just to start putting color on the lid. Warm it up softly. And what I'm going to do is I'm not going to be doing a winged liner. I'm going to kind of create sort of a wing with the shadow. I'm going to be bringing it out, flicking it out ever so slightly with this look. Okay, so now that we do that, I'm going to dip into this warmer toned color, and we are going to put that in the crease and bring it up. And if you're using very, very pigmented colors, you want to start with very, very little on your brush and blend out. You don't want to get too carried away too quickly. And I want the deepest, darkest amount of pigment right in that outer V, just to bring it some depth. Just so the eye isn't all one color or one depth. You have to do a lot of blending. You're going to blend, 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 blend. Put a shadow on, blend it out. Put a shadow on, blend it out. Blend the two shadows together. Move on to the third color. Okay. So now I am going to be taking this darker brown here. And I will have the names of these linked down below. But we are going to be going right under that color and then down onto the lid as well with this. This is a super easy smoky eye. We just want to make sure those two are blended together really well and that there are no harsh lines. And like I said, we're going to bring it down onto the lid. And then bring it up back into that color, crease color. Kind of creating that wing we want. See? And later on we will bring it down into our lower lash lash line as well. But I'm just going to focus with these two colors, kind of go back and forth, darken it to your desired depth, and then keep blending. And then I'm going to go back in with a clean brush, that first brush we used, no product on it, and just blend. I want these shadows to just like diffuse over the lid. I don't want it to be chunky or harsh anywhere. And what you want to do to help create that V is sometimes if you want to kind of start where your wing would be and you just want to flick downwards into your lash line, that will help create that V shape of your eye. And we can go back and do that on this one just to make sure that they match. Then I'm going to bring that color back onto the lid as well. And this one is kind of getting out of hand over here. Mistakes happen, mistakes happen. It's okay. And I always think eyeshadow looks kind of weird without mascara on, or even like a smoked out under eye, especially a smoky eye if you're doing a smoky eye. So just give it time, it'll come together. Don't get too frustrated and just keep blending. And if you're gonna wear this for Valentine's Day, like a hot date or something, maybe try it a couple times before you go to bed. The nights leading up to it, like just practice the smoky eye part. You don't have to put on like the full face of makeup or anything, just so you feel more comfortable, because working with dark shadows is intimidating and it takes practice and a lot of blending. And once you've put on all the eyeshadow and you've got it pretty well blended out, I would take that first color we took, that really light whiter color, and then just go over the edges of everything. Just make sure they're super blended out and diffused really well. Can't hurt, can't hurt. Okay. Now what we're gonna do is we are going to remove the powder. So this is kind of cool to watch this happen. I'm gonna zoom you out just a little bit. So what we're gonna do now, I'm just taking a highlighting brush from Sigma. I'm gonna take that powder and wipe it up. And there you see, there is no ruined foundation on the under eye. And I'm not crying from the tape. So there we go. Okay, now I have those shadows handy still, and I'm just gonna dip back into those. I'm gonna start off with a more warm tone, and I'm gonna dip into that just ever so slightly. I'm gonna start connecting the bottom lash line with the top, kind of just moving upwards, following that kind of smoked out cat eye effect. And then I'm gonna go back in with that second color, that darker color, and do the same thing. So there you go. And so they are nice and blended out. And then for safety purposes, I'm just gonna go back with that E25 from Sigma and just blend out everything one more time. Okay, so now I'm just going to cover my, what is this called? Lashes with some mascara. I'm using the Maybeline Lash Stiletto in Waterproof. I'm just gonna give it a good coat, and then I'm going to pop on some false lashes. Perfect. I'm gonna be using these. These are called Timeless from House of Lashes and Sephora. They're my favorite. They're a little, they're pretty natural, but then they get a little thicker on the wing. So that'll really emphasize our smoked out wing. Okay, so lashes are on. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I was having one of those days, and when I put my lashes on, the lash glue kind of was just kind of all over the place, and you can kind of tell. So pro tip, if you, oops, I'm gonna zoom in. If it does get kind of all over the place, I'm just gonna look down real quick for you. I just put liner, just a little tiny bit of liner just to even it all out. And they'll never know, you know? Well, maybe they will, but who cares? I meant to do it. Let's just say that. I meant to do it. So now I'm just going to run a little bit of that same mascara on my bottom lashes, just to get that extra oomph. And I love this mascara because I have pretty long bottom lashes, and it never smudges and it never gets all over the place. So now, just to finish off the look, I'm just going to pop some highlighter on my cheeks. I'm going to take the same highlighter, those Cover FX drops that I put in my foundation, just to be a little extra on Valentine's Day. I am going just to take one drop. I'm going to smooth it around the back of my hand a little bit. This stuff dries very quickly, so you have to move quick. And then I'm going to take that beauty blender that is still damp and put it on the high points of my face. And this stuff dries very, very quickly, like I said, so you really have to move fast. Last but not least, we are going to be doing lips. So I kind of want to go with like a nudie. Perfect for Valentine's Day. Am I right? Okay. I'm going to be doing a mixture of 3 lip liners. You don't have to be this extra. If I had the perfect lip color that I wanted, I would just use 1, but I don't. So I'm going to use 3. I'm going to be using Nude in Revlon Color Stay Lip Liner, the shade Nude, and then Sephora lip liners in the shades, oh, this is number 2 and this is number 4. That's lame. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to run a little bit of powder over my lips, just to get a more, well-defined workable space. And I'm going to go in with that Revlon color first in the color Nude. And then I'm going to go into the center and put in that number 4 from Sephora. So I think that's it for this makeup look. I hope you guys enjoyed this soft Valentine's Day glam. I mean, you could stay and watch Netflix and eat a whole pizza by yourself with this look too. And no judgment, because it's probably what homegirl's gonna do. But I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in my next video. Bye-bye. This look should come with a warning like, caution, don't trip, might become pregnant.